Hey everybody, welcome to Evercast, your weekly dose of Evercast awesomeness.
Evercade?
No, Evercast awesomeness. We talk about Evercade stuff.
Yeah,
I know.
forget the Evercade. It's all about the Evercast.
Crow, why are you so low?
Why
Your
am I
volume.
so low? I moved my camera a little bit.
Oh.
I thought that I didn't like the way it was cutting off the top of my head. So
But we all enjoyed how it was cutting off the top of your head.
Wait, you want to use that better?
Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh
Crow
my.
is always fiddling with his stuff. That's so hilarious. He's always a fiddler.
I know, right? Oh wow. And yeah, pretty much. Haven't heard from Rich this morning, but as I was telling these fellas for the cast, he's like Gandalf. He shows up when he needs to. But yeah, no, it's good to be back doing this. I know we had a little bit of a break, and I had like various different like family things.
When did we have the break? Was it last week?
It wasn't last week.
The week before.
Last week.
Yeah.
Oh, it was the cruise week.
Yeah, the cruise week. Yeah, I like that. Cruise
I want to go
week.
back on my cruise.
Dude, I know. I could do a whole podcast about cruise life.
Oh,
it's
Julian
funny.
got a crush on you, Crow.
Why don't you just become pirates?
Arr.
Not a cruise? Like, do you not know the definition of cruise?
It's like when you put your car on cruise control. You're cruising along.
Crow trolls in the worst type of way.
I'm sorry, I'm watching a show about pirates.
What show?
You know what?
Our flag means death.
You're watching TV?
Well, yeah, I watch TV. I don't watch it like as it airs. I watch it, after I get the files.
Hey, there he is, Rich. I was saying you're like Gandalf. You show up when you need to.
That's right. Wizard.
Oh, exactly.
Precisely when he means to. Yes.
I think Tom Cruise is a brilliant Hollywood star. Gene joke. Just saying.
Oh my goodness. Okay, so now we have the whole gang here, and it just feels like it's been a while since we've had everybody back in our natural habitats. Even the last week we were here, but all right. So before, real quick, we say what we're up to. Man, I'm having trouble forming words this morning. Let me just say hello to the chat and all that fun stuff. So we've got archive gig footage, SJK. Wow, that's a mouthful. We've got Jen Joke. We have, and I apologize that I will probably mispronounce your name, Raskapati Code?
I'd say Raskapati Cody.
Okay, there you go. But no, they haven't announced it yet. We've got Ken Lexewer.
That's right.
Jillian D.
That's one.
Fan of Fiction.
That's two.
Jason Shears. Who else do we got? Dan Ruff. The infamous Ian Hobbies.
What's up?
And we have Stranger.
Wait, why is Ian infamous?
I don't know.
What did he do to make infamous?
He's just always there. He always shows up on all of our stuff, which is awesome. So I don't know.
He's great.
That's right. You'll live in infamy now.
Got Snake Eater. Who else do we have? And Itchderhorst. I tried. I don't know what accent that was, but I tried. I tried a German accent. Welcome everybody. What's everybody been up to besides me and Pete going on cruises?
I've been picking things up and putting them down at work over and over again.
Fun.
That's what I've been doing. It's like I'm like a moving company for my job right now. It's a thing. It's all right. It actually allowed me to do the entire lawn in less than 45 minutes today, which is what I was doing right before I came here. So that was all right.
Because I thought I had a big lawn and it took me 45 minutes. So your lawn must be about the same size, I guess. Yeah,
it's not like an amazingly huge lawn, but there's a lot of like turns and curves and all that fun stuff. But yeah, I got a front, I don't know, it was like quarter to, whatever in the front, and then another quarter something in the back acre.
Jillian's figured you out, Pete. He paid for your cruise through hand modeling.
Hand modeling money. It's awesome.
You know what's funny about that? Because I remember Pete like a while ago. He's saying he has like 1 or 2 secret channels. I know he's got his hand modeling channel.
What are we talking about? Sorry, I had to step out.
Oh,
No, Pete, we're talking about your hand modeling money that
Yeah,
you paid
yeah.
for the cruise with.
yeah.
Oh,
exactly.
of course, yes.
Yeah.
Yes, I have a manicure business on the side.
Yeah, and I was saying you've teased us about a couple other hidden channels, and I was just saying I know
Yeah.
one of them's a hand modeling channel somewhere.
Yeah, there's all kinds. It's only hands. So channel.
Only hands.
Oh my,
That's hilarious.
jeez.
I should see if there's a YouTube channel called Only Hands.
She's only feet, only hands.
Be sure that you search only hands and not only fans.
It's funny. I've got so many
Skill
YouTube
tracks.
channels out there.
That's 3.
I think I forget the
GTC
password.
in the house.
Oh my
It's only
god.
hands.
Yeah, let's move on, people. Move on.
Can't control the chat.
Welcome to the
All right,
Handcast.
Just
so there was just some minor Evercade news, but
was there really?
yes,
I mean,
listen,
Was there any Evercade news?
tiny bit. No, listen. I always try. It'll be obvious here in a second when I share my screen. We know about the 2 new collections that are coming out. So we haven't gotten Sydney Hunter and what's it who's it's yet.
That's right.
But,
that's up for pre-order now. That's
Yeah,
Sydney
but this
Hunter's
is up for
talking
pre-order.
about.
right?
Yeah.
Those are.
Yeah, Sydney
Are they
Hunter is
supposed to be
not coming
shipping
until this month, right?
Is it this?
Yeah.
Oh, is it this?
It's
month? We may have
August
to bring up the
11th.
timeline.
August 11th was the date I saw for the release.
Yes. Yeah.
That makes me upset
Not me.
about that.
Well, I thought we were going to get it by the end of the month, or it was shipping at the end of the month. So
Well,
now it's August 11th. That's a weird
Fun-
time to.
Funstock says just August,
Oh,
but
yeah.
other websites say August 11th specifically.
oh, okay.
Yeah. So I didn't order this, but I mean, I order mine through Video Games Plus, but I think most people watching this should know that the Delphine Collection 1 and Sunsoft looking super forward to. But what's interesting with this?
The controversial Delphine.
Yes, the controversial one that's blue.
Yeah, I'm over it.
Yeah, I kind of don't care. What's weird about it is, to me, on the case, you know how it says like 8-bit and 16-bit games? On that one, it says 16-bit and console, which kind of seemed weird because it's like before the other ones didn't say console; it just said 8-bit or 16-bit.
Yeah.
So,
but what I did want to point out was this guy. Initially, when I saw this on Twitter, I thought it was like an image that was squanched, but no. I mean, so you can get a carrying case, you can get it separate for $20. But yeah, for me though, it's like with paying that plus shipping, it's not really 60. You're paying more, like I don't know, like $75.
well, shipping is free, isn't it?
No, not with Evercade.
No, at this one for Funstock, you paid like $8 or something shipping, or $10.
I thought you.
10, 15,
I'm thinking you have to pay a certain amount before they even ship you anything. That's what I'm.
But
thinking.
they say like free shipping, like worldwide over X amount of money, but they say like except Evercade.
Yeah, so they're
okay.
just giving us that final dig.
Yeah.
I would assume Evercade's probably their most popular product, so they don't want to be shipping it for free.
So I'll show you guys an alternative. So for me, I don't have a use for this because the one thing that I don't like about these extra, it adds more bulkiness. So for me, if I'm bringing extra carts, I'm going to put it like in the hard case cover, or I've got like the VS one, which is a lot skinnier. But I mean, it's an option. So it's kind of like I figured I would share that. Another option. This one's a little bit bigger, but I saw somebody also, I can't remember who posted this in Discord, but this one holds like 12, 12 just 12 cases. But it's kind of big though. That's what I mean. 12 games.
I mean, it's almost as big as the actual hard case for the VS.
So
or the
funny
XP.
funny that you mentioned that because I can't go. Weird. You can also I can't go back, I guess, but you can also get it as just the hard case too. So you can get 2 different things. But I mean, if like you wanted a hard case, or you just wanted this. But again, for me, this is like way too bulky.
So who did it? Who went in on the Funstock bundle?
Not me.
Nah.
If I could get the pegless versions, I do.
Well, I
For
want
me-
the pegless version, so I did.
Oh, okay.
I'm the extra.
I went in. I pre-ordered
You
yesterday.
always do.
Well,
Yeah,
I
I
mean,
just went
it's just
down
what it
there.
is. It's like a fun stock bundle. Okay, cool, done.
Yeah, I don't
Listen-
mind a carrying case. I don't mind the
Yeah.
branded stuff. That's okay.
Well,
Yeah.
the thing for me about
Will
that
I
particular
use it?
carrying
I don't know.
case is it allows me to put more collections when I take my VS somewhere, and then now after this year, when I will have 2 VSs, I
We're live,
will
dude.
be more likely to move one or the other to go to places and play with people. So, hey, what's up, Lloyd? What's going on?
Yeah, I mean, it's great that there's but for me though, it's like getting the 2 carts, especially since we have 14 this year, getting the 2 carts from Video Games Plus for what was it, like 37 something free shipping. Like
Sure.
you just can't beat that.
Yeah,
So-
yeah. Well, I mean,
Yeah.
yeah. If you're not into the extra stuff, and and you're averse to paying the extra couple bucks or whatever it is
Mhm.
for
Yeah.
the stuff, then of course, yeah, that's
Yeah,
absolutely
it's all about whether you want all the branded stuff and
Right, right.
I've gone down that rabbit hole. I'm probably not
That's-
going to crawl out of it.
I am fully with you, Pete. It's just it's the thing that we like I went in and that's it. Anytime they announce anything.
Well, the Evercade stuff is the only thing in gaming really that I'm actively collecting right now. If anything, I'm thinning out a bunch of my collection, my
Yeah.
retros collection. I don't
Oh.
play, so really it's just Evercade and some other handhelds that I'm actually actively collecting. Like my retro collection is pretty much,
Yeah.
I'd say it's
Yeah.
99% done. I'm waiting for just upgrades on a couple old games that I'd like to have a box upgrade on. But other than that, it's like, I'm in the process of getting rid of my GameCube collection, my N64 collection, because I hate both of those systems and don't have any nostalgia.
I don't blame you.
Yeah.
I don't,
Well,
I don't
I'm
blame
doing the
you.
same
Just
thing,
because
except
I got them in lots when I was looking for Xbox games, and so I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna get rid of it all. Like,
Yeah.
but actively just Evercade stuff for me. It's not,
Yeah.
and
Yeah,
Steam
Xbox
Deck.
stuff,
Like, I'll keep
yeah.
buying every Steam Deck that ever gets made. Steam Deck 1, Steam Deck 2.
Nice.
Okay. Steam Deck's
But I
fantastic.
mean, hey, I love the fact that there's choice out there for stores, right? You can go to tons of different stores now and buy this stuff, so you can get what you want.
Yeah, definitely. For me, I think it's like in terms of every, but like for me, if like you're going for every collection and now they have like 14 per year, it adds up. So yeah, it just kind of all depends. But yeah, that's
That's
cool
why
for me,
I work to pay for my
That's a
life.
cool idea especially for the holidays, Ian.
of course. Yeah. But
It's like, hey, like that should be slotted of October, November. Like, hey, you guys missed all the stuffs in the bundles. Like here's a November special. It's like, oh, here's all the things we put in bundles for whatever.
I think if
20%
Video
off.
Games Plus offered this stuff, I would do it more just because of the. I feel more loyal to them. Like they've always, and I think I've said this many times. They've always responded to an email very quick. They've always been super polite. I always get my stuff fast, and it's a lot cheaper than having to. I feel for buying for fun stock, it's like double dipping because you have to, the currency, like our currency.
Right, you get the currency exchange hit, and then you have to do the shipping. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel you on that too. The only thing though is like I wish we could get the other added benefit back. I mean, but I know that's out of their control. Like the whole Royal Mail thing. I would, oh man, I'd be so happy.
So ta-da, polls are back.
Yeah.
So I had to ask. I know Pete asked people on his channel, so I figured I had to ask. What the hyper megatech had to ask people about because I was like curious. And stupid YouTube, I hate with polls that you can't edit it afterwards. Here's what I was suspecting. I was thinking that the majority of our viewers who are we're probably only going to buy this just for Taito. That's what I was kind of thinking. Like if you were getting this, and 44 people said hell no. Only 4% for Capcom. Like I'm not surprised, but 39%. So a lot of people got this for Taito. And then very few people got both of the normal versions or the Fun Stock Limited Edition. 98 votes. So yeah, we got quite a lot of feedback. So it's kind of I would say it's close to being split as far as what people want and what they don't want.
Now it's at 6%.
Yeah, sorry for the yeah. And then some people, I mean, I don't know, some people still disappointed. Some people wanting Taito. I'm not going to read every single thing. Kind of Capcomed out. I love that comment. Just the Taito one. I'll think about it. No, it's not for me. Yeah, so definitely. But I thought God, Jason is hilarious. He just said it looks cheap and nasty, and then I said, I just said I don't know about nasty, but that was just kind of funny. Like I love his reactions. Like he's brutally honest. So yeah, that
No,
was just,
our community is awesome.
yeah, exactly. So no, great stuff. I love the participation. Yeah, I'm gonna get my button gear and do memberships. Just since I've been back from the cruise, I've just been a lot more. I don't know, I've been a lot more chilled. And actually
Yeah.
spending some time playing some more, just games in general.
It's
I
awesome.
actually started playing like a lot more Pac-Man on the Namco, even though it's not the arcade. I don't know what's. There's just something
That's
special
cool.
about that.
Did you just say
Cool.
Pac-Man?
Yeah.
Man, you are relaxed.
Yeah. That and actually I've been playing that, and then on Steam Deck, Halls of Torment. It's an early access, $5. If you wanted to play Vampire Survivors meets Diablo. That's
Halls
really,
of Torment.
Nice. All right.
that's
Yeah.
really cool.
I've been getting sucked back into the world of paper pretty deeply. So, but that's what happens when someone puts out a Lord of the Rings product that's actually good. So, that's what I've been doing for the most part. I have been playing some other games here and there. Played Tournament on the other day on the VCS. That's actually a cool game.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Canon on Pico 1.
I like that. Yeah, Canon. I should get back on that too. I need to get back on that. I want to. So
many
I'm going to be going on vacation soon, so I might as well put that out there too for everyone out there. So almost the entire first half of the month of August, I am not in this country. So
what country are you
in? Country? Oh wow, yeah.
Going to the DR, the Dominican Republic.
Dominican Republic. Isn't that still part of the U.S. or is that Puerto Rico?
It's Puerto Rico. I mean, no, I don't. The Dominican Republic is definitely not a U.S. territory as far as I know.
Puerto Rico.
Puerto Rico isn't a U.S. territory yet. Yeah. They're not like a state, but yes, they're a U.S. territory.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, you need a whatchamacallit
passport.
It's
passport.
It's a U.S. province.
I think Canada's going to try to buy Turks and Caicos just for fun.
So this is all great stuff. So steering back to Evercade real quick. So I did want to bring this up, and I'm glad that Jason brought it up. If a title cartridge will be announced, will anyone cancel their order? The pre-orders of their handheld, and then like Jen Joke was saying, he hasn't pre-ordered. And so here is one. I'm glad he brought that up because, and I hope we don't see this because this would be very anti-consumer, in my opinion. Let's say let's say they do this and then they get like a title cart. Then let's say we start to see like there's a Namco. Like if we see a pattern where they come out with this handheld with built-in games and they come out with a cart and they don't tell people, then to me that's.
Do you think people are going to buy the handheld because there's no cart?
Yeah, I think it's kind of opposite. I'm really hoping they announce a Tato collection cart because that'll smooth over a lot of people's being upset, and you could always cancel a pre-order. So if they're gonna if they do it, they have to do it within the next couple of weeks, right?
Before
But I really hope they do that, and then people are like, oh, I don't need to buy the handheld now. I'll just buy the cart.
Me too. I'm just saying, like, let's say right after the pre-orders, if a few weeks after everybody gets it, if then they announce it.
Oh yeah, if they do it after the collection comes out, then
yes,
that could be problematic for a group of people.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. And then we start to see a pattern, like every single time. Then they do that, and then they don't tell us because that would mean to me that they know, But I'm hoping it does. Like to your point, Pete, I'm hoping it does the opposite, and we do see that collection. Yeah, a potato collection.
But a lot of people have been saying that they don't think there's going to be a cart because it's on the Super Pocket and thinking that it's a digital license only.
Gotcha.
Like physical cartridge.
So wait, is the screen size what
it
did
is?
they say it was?
It's 2.5 by 2.5, I think.
It's smaller. It's about the size of. Where's my thing here? Over here.
Don't worry, I got you.
This size?
It's like the size of this thing.
Hello? Yeah, I'm doing a podcast. Call me back.
Yeah, I mean, so this right here is 2.6.
Yeah.
So if that's the screen size of the thing, I mean, okay.
It's smaller for sure.
Yeah.
So then I would have to hold it like this to
Yeah.
All right. I mean, it would probably feel a little small.
Yeah.
For me, but I mean, I didn't get the Super Pockets for me. That's
for a kid, it's fine. Kids have like great vision.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just gonna hand them to Douglas and be like, hey, here.
And that's what I've accepted the design for. But so here's the reason why we think why a lot of people think, I want to say maybe we're not getting a title cart is because we've seen for we're seeing the same pattern with Capcom. Like it doesn't it doesn't
the difference is we already know why Capcom is on the Evercade EXP. We know why. They've said that.
Yeah.
They haven't said anything about Taito.
Exactly. And listen, and that's why I said that would be the only problematic thing that would be anti-consumer is if we start to see a pattern where they want to double dip and that people get the pocket first and then that, like, you know what I mean? That would
yeah. I mean, well, I think if that becomes a pattern, then people will choose one or the other. To be honest, unless they're a collector, unless you're just going to get everything, right?
Yeah, exactly.
They numbered the pockets, so it's like.
Did they number the pockets? I don't remember seeing a number.
You know what?
They do.
That's why I can't.
They've got the limited edition has a 1 and a 2, and on the same box because it comes in one box, and then.
But what about the regular version?
The regular ones are 1 and 2.
There's
just on the box or on the
on the box
itself.
Not on the thing. No, they're not
on
the
box. I don't think I care about it that much.
Yeah.
No. So there's three pockets I would have to get. One I see I'm pretty positive it's almost going to happen. The other two are iffy. I'm pretty sure they will come out with a Namco one. I'm almost positive because it seems like Namco's whole
handheld.
Yeah, a Namco
Super pocket.
Yeah. Because Namco's whole thing is they want it to be like on an embedded device. They don't want it to compete. If they come out with a Namco, here's the thing: if they just come out with a Namco pocket, and let's say it's like the Namco Collection 1 and/or 2 that you can buy on Steam, then I won't be worried because I have a combination of all those games. If it's an arcade, if it's a Miss Pac-Man one and it's red or pink, then that might be tough. Like that, because my love for Pac-Man, or if it's a cool yellow, I don't know, that I might have to get. The second one, which could be possible, would be like a Tetris one, because I kind of again I love Tetris, and the third one would be some type of SNK, which I don't see see happening. But yeah,
I mean, it's clearly going to be a thing. We just have to find out what kind of thing.
Yeah,
but I mean, I really think though that for the audience that is involved in the Evercade sphere that doesn't want to be involved in the Super Pocket sphere, it is 100% going to be a huge bummer if all sorts of licenses come on the Super Pocket side that never see the light of day on the Evercade side. I mean, so somebody mentioned in the chat here, like, oh well, what if we had to wait, until next year? Doesn't matter for me, because I'm probably not going to play the Taito Super Pocket. I'm going to give it to my son, and then whatever. Maybe I'll check it out a couple of times, but I can't capture off of it easily. Like it's not convenient for me to use as far as like a production side of things. So that I will be very happy if they announce a Taito collection down the line, and I hope they do, because that would be a bummer if that was the split, right? That you can only get certain games on the Super Pocket side and you couldn't get them on the Evercade side. I've
never seen it.
Right. Exactly.
You bring up a good point that kind of like with the Indie Heroes collection, how you get to buy like the physical cart at the end of the year. That would be kind of neat. Like next year, if they're going to do that, I would prefer like next year if they're going to do a Taito cart, we would see it that way. It's like you could buy it early, you could get it, but if you want to have a cart that you could play and everything, then then that way people who bought the pocket would feel like that it was worth it for them to get a preview, and you know what I mean? Yeah, I like that.
And if I was going to put my my Andrew hat on and think about it business wise, I would say, hey, you know what you do? You get the license down, and maybe there's some kind of like time thing that the people are waiting to see how the Super Pocket sells or whatever, and that's the contingency on how you get the license for the Evercade. It does well. They put out the cart, and you slot that cart next to like whatever your next big thing is, right? There's always in the middle of the year there's always usually one pretty awesome cart that comes out with one that is not necessarily filler, but it's like something that is like maybe not as in demand. Slot the license that's in the back end from the Super Pocket in with that release, and then like the middle of the year. So then you got built hype. You get built hype in the beginning of the year because you get Indie Heroes and whatever they're going to announce alongside Indie Heroes 3 this year. Then in the middle of the year, you do that like whatever they're going to get that's pretty decent, and then here's your Super Pocket conversion cart, and then at the end of the year you get your big license.
Heck yeah!
And that's how you do it, right?
Hey, Rich, hold up you have your Neo Geo Pocket there, right?
Yes.
Let me. Okay. So
I have a Neo Geo Pocket also.
oh yeah, you don't show a camera. So imagine if they did this with the with like the clicky stick,
Oh
With
man, that would be
the,
awesome.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and then
Yeah, I
I'd
don't
rather
know.
just have our regular D-pad.
Yeah,
No, but
I
dude-
I'm not a big.
no,
I
do
think
that.
Diaper
And I'll tell you
Pocket
why.
is for kids.
Do
Love
that with
it.
the clicky stick. Pick some don't make, even though I would love black, don't make it black because we already have that in the VS or whatever. Make it some cool, transparent, awesome shell. Put like the best
I mean-
combinations of the pocket collection on it,
Yeah.
and then I'm sold because that would be very nostalgic. That would actually be something like very different. Like you know what I mean?
Yeah, and I mean, I'm just gonna say it's almost meant to be. Like,
Yes.
Come on, guys. Like,
Yeah.
You put them together. They're almost exactly the same size.
Like if
They
they
have
like
the same curve on the top. Like, come on, guys.
Yeah.
Let's make it happen.
even if they couldn't do the clicky stick, it would still be neat. But that would be the icing on the cake because for me, like listen, I get why they're doing this, but like the making the collector edition sparkle. I mean, again, that's not for that's not for me. This is something where I can tell that it's meant for kids. They're not putting a lot of R&D into it. I'd like to see them, if they're going to do it, I'd like to see them put some R&D.
Yeah,
I think those would sell out.
I mean, I think though, like we would be remiss to forget that Sean explicitly mentioned that, hey, even though these are like quote unquote budget priced, when you get them in your hands, you might be surprised at how they feel because they're they actually are putting effort into the things, or so that they're saying. And then as far as the original handheld to the EXP to the VS, I haven't had a problem with how any of those things, any of the controllers, any of that stuff felt. So we'll see.
So I have
what happens, but
I have a bone to pick with Blaze about that. As much as I love them, so I can't point to any one thing on Discord, but I've noticed just over the years. I've noticed that over the years, if people say that like Evercade, let's say if they say like, oh well, the handheld feels cheaper, right? Then they'll be like, oh no, it's a great quality. If people complain about an issue, they'll be like, well, what do you expect for a $20 cart? You know what I mean? Like sometimes I kind of feel like that when something is in their favor, they'll say, oh yes, this is great quality. When it's not, they'll be like, well, what do you expect for low money? I've seen that as they haven't done that lately, but I've seen that as a various theme.
Okay, so, I mean, we only have to see what is actually happening. Like we won't know until the pockets are in our hands. So that would be kind of cool. Like, would you mean like put a thing in there and then plug like Game Boy and Neo Geo or whatever in there? It would change the entire landscape of how the Evercade works. But
what do you mean by that? An adapter? Like what kind of adapter?
Well, the Analog Pocket has like a cartridge adapter where you could put it inside of the slot of the pocket and then put other games in the pocket. Do you have those adapters, Pete?
Adapters for what?
For the Analog Pocket.
No, God, they're too expensive. They're like just to get them here is $200 ship. Their shipping is like $60 Canada, and they're like, it would be $250 to get all three of them.
Really?
Yeah,
that's a yikes.
The Pocket is barely a device, in my opinion.
I mean, if you're talking 3 adapters, and you do the math on it, I mean, it's almost 200 or a little more than 200 actually for the adapters on Polymega side. So I guess somewhat the same.
Yeah, but that's a different beast, right?
Yeah, I hear you, but that's never going to happen.
That's apples and oranges, right? Analog Pocket just allows to pay for an adapter to play a different game, whereas the Polymega is required to back up your game, but not to play them afterwards, right?
There's only one way that this would ever happen, and that's if like Blaze acquired Polymega, because they're not going to make another console play their stuff.
Yeah, well, that's too. I think it's too late for Blaze because
I don't think Blaze can afford Polymega, dude.
Yeah.
Oh, he was saying an adapter to use Game Gear carts, and dude, that would be epic. Oh my god!
I mean, it would be cool.
Are you talking about using the adapters to play on the Super Pocket or Evercade?
On the Evercade.
On the Evercade. But like I said, that would change the way the dynamic is for how you interact with the Evercade. I don't think it'd
be possible
in general.
Because technically, I don't think that's possible because even though there's a whole bunch of pins in that cartridge, only 8 of them are actually used.
Yeah,
it's the same. And you wouldn't need an adapter.
You're right. It wouldn't work
for Game Boy games because it's the same exact cartridge slot.
Yeah. No, you're right, Crow. Because it's like PCBs that intersect. on the Evercade, it's like reading an SD card. And actually, I don't want that because then that would like limit licensing and
Yeah, there's literally no connections to the pins that they don't use.
I could see it would be cool, but yeah, I don't want that.
Don't be a buzzkill. Don't be a buzzkill.
Hey, he keeps it real.
Hey, so yeah,
Right,
I don't think we'll ever stop talking about the Hyper Mega Tech versus Evercade debate, just because they're the same company,
right?
And
Yes.
two different product lines.
Yeah.
I'm more interested in what's going to happen next week. We should be getting our next spotlight, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, it's
that.
too
Let's talk
quiet.
about that. We haven't
It's
talked
too
about
quiet.
that yet.
Well, I'm worried.
So what do we know? What do we know what's happening? I have no clue what's going on.
We don't know.
I mean, the only thing we know is that it's going to be all indies, right? It's the indie showcase.
Do we know that? Is that official?
Yeah, that was in the trailer. The indie spotlight or spotlight volume 2 is indie.
Was going to focus on indie titles.
Where's the
So
homework?
it's similar to Nintendo Indie Direct.
Yeah, we've said Hyper Megatech like 7 times.
Yeah, I know.
We need the
Have
homework.
you global hyper meganet?
You need to send that to me and we can mirror.
Nice.
Like that. If you slow.
But yeah, so yeah, in the thing it was, I'm trying to remember that it's Evercade Showcase Volume 2 Indie Spotlight. That was the actual, like,
Ian is saying that Sean said they're introducing something they have not done before. I don't know what that means.
oh, in the Indie Spotlight?
Yeah, that's what Ian said.
Well, maybe it's the first like, here is a game.
Or here is something that on a platform we've not seen before.
Well, that they've said multiple times. They've said multiple times that they're going to introduce by the end of the year systems that they have not talked about yet.
Yeah, they did say that.
And I think it was systems and not one. So that could be really, really cool. Shovel Knight inbound, that'd be cool. That'd be rad. I would do a Shovel Knight collection.
If they announced Shovel Knight collection and a Rogue Legacy collection, I think that would.
Rogue Legacy is a great game.
That's
too,
Rogue Legacy and Shovel Knight's up there with the Duke Nukem in my mind.
Yeah, they're huge.
Yeah.
They are huge.
Yeah.
Well, they're just they're really just really well done indie games.
Oh, see, Lord Archback says yes, 2 new systems are coming. So, yeah.
He's a pain
Well,
in
we
the
are, and
heart.
I mean, so we're running out of like mainline systems, I guess, right?
Yeah.
We don't have the Vectrex. We don't have Coleco. We don't have Sega Master System.
We
don't have.
We do have a Master System game. We do have 1 or 2 Master
Sydney
System
Hunter.
games.
Yeah.
Speedball. We already have.
Speedball on Bitmap Brothers.
Oh yeah, that's true. Yeah.
And then well, there's Gotris that's built into the Jet.
Yeah, there's
the,
Gotris,
VS,
yes.
We don't have
Gotris.
5200, right?
And then there's
We don't.
the City Hunter.
Well, I'd say don't go for 5200. Go for the Atari 8-bit.
Yeah, same.
Line.
Yeah.
It's the same thing, and they're better. And they
And
actually designed.
I
to
think
use
we're gonna get a
joystick.
Spectrum. So do you think
That's what I was
this
going to
will-
say. Definitely.
Spectrum
Yeah,
as a
Spectrum is
new-
probably the next
No.
one because there's a
I'm
huge
gonna-
fan base for that.
I'm going to say Neo Geo. It's got to be Neo
Oh
Geo.
yeah,
Yeah, I think Spectrum though. People better check their expectations for that because it might be a huge fan base, but those games aren't what I call good
PC Engine,
looking
32X
games.
Sega CD. Dude, if
They
they
don't
did Sega
necessarily
CD,
play great either.
Yeah, that's
Well-
right. TurboGrafx. Those would be my 2 guesses. If I had to
Yeah.
guess, Neo Geo, TurboGrafx.
So I'll tell
Yeah.
you what. I'll tell you why they're not going to be that because the next 2
I'll
cards.
tell you why you're wrong.
Okay. Because let me. Then you can
I'll
tell me.
why I don't.
Well, because they said specifically that there was going to be indie, and there's not a lot of indie games for like Neo Geo and for like.
I'm not
for
saying that they're going to announce it in the next thing. That's indie games. That could be anything. I'm talking about what will be released sometime this year. The 2 new consoles.
Oh, okay. But no, those are the last 2 carts though. So after this, we'll know everything that's released this year. So it would have to be next
Correct.
year. So that's what I was saying. This year it won't be. I
Yeah.
doubt it'll be.
well,
Neo Geo.
unless they tease it like at the end of the thing.
Yeah, they,
like,
they didn't say
like-
that this would be the last one that they were going to do this year.
That's true. Yeah, there could be a volume 3 that just announces stuff for 24.
In fact, I assumed there was going to be another one after this one.
Well, if we look at the road, if we look at the roadmap,
Yeah.
maybe in February. If they
maybe
release-
February's
February.
cart
Yeah, that would be
is
February.
not an indie.
Yes.
Because that'd be
Because, look,
5
there's-
indie carts.
There's 4 cards.
Yeah,
There's
true.
4 of them. There's 4 of them that haven't been announced yet.
Oh, I'm
Not
scared.
all 4 of them are going
They
to be
need to
indie
be
games.
politically correct.
Oh yeah, you're right, Crow. You know what? I was thinking never mind. I was thinking we already knew December. Okay. Okay, we don't. We don't know December. Okay, so
He
we
capitalized the P and C. Is he trying to tell us something?
PC engine.
We're trying to get some PC games.
Okay. So then I would say no, PC Engine and SNK would be a fair guess.
Yeah. But I can guarantee one thing about the Spotlight. 50% of the people will be very disappointed.
Yes, I'd say
True.
everybody will find something to be disappointed about.
Exactly.
You know, it's the internet, right? You know, it's just gonna happen.
So here's
I'm just excited that there's carts coming out in October because that makes my birthday month very happy.
heck yeah. So here's what I'm almost certain we're gonna see one of these two things. I believe we're either gonna get either a dual cart of like 2 fantastic indie games, like it could be like Rogue Legacy, it could be Shovel Knight, or we're gonna get like a single game that's just like.
Yeah, they
It'll be
might
like-
try to test the market, right? By they need a dual cart. They might just say, "Hey, is there any market for single cart?" Not because they hate us. It's just they're trying to see if there's an appetite and a player base for like one epic game.
Mm-hmm.
I want to say that that's a safe bet.
Yes.
It's a safe bet that they try it once, at least
It
once.
better be a good game.
Exactly.
100%. It has to be like just hot, just
Pepper him, whatever.
I mean,
Yeah, I think I don't
something
think
like
the
that,
Evercade
like
can
something
run
that's
that.
got like cachet in the community. That you say that name, and you're like, I will pay money for that game. Done.
Yeah, and it can't be a $10 game on Steam, right?
Yes,
they have
that is
to be.
correct.
If they ever do that, they have to be very good. Or it could be an unreleased indie game that nobody knows about. That is that quality too, right?
Right.
Yeah,
right.
yeah.
Yeah. It's like, hey, introducing, Evercade Studios presents
Rogue
game.
Legacy 3.
Right.
Oh, wow.
Oh,
Yeah.
jeez.
Yeah.
Well, that's what I mean, right? Because then there's no comparative out there, so people can't come and say that's not worth $20. Like, how do you know you haven't played it?
Exactly. Yeah.
That's what I would do. Like, I would just I go out and whoever's working on. See, my dream is they go to Intelligent and say, "Yo, you guys, I want Cloudy Mountain now," and get that Cloudy Mountain they were working on and throw that on a card.
That would be
Republish it.
huge.
Because that's what one of the companies is doing with Astro Smash and what's the other one, Rich? They're putting on Steam.
Shark.
And what they're doing, they're adding online multiplayer to both of them.
Yep. Yeah, it's a BMG or BGM Entertainment or whatever. It's a company that they've been working on in Germany.
Yeah.
But there's strong rumors. There's strong rumors that the other 2 games that people really wanted to play on that system are in the hands of a very capable studio, and they're just kind of waiting.
And Cloudy Mountain.
Yep.
Yeah.
And they're there.
Bro, let's go buy the license for Intelligent Games and put them out ourselves.
Dude, I would do it in a heartbeat.
Yeah.
If I had money like that,
Yeah, I know.
That's exactly what would be happening.
Oh, there's tons of money out there. You just got to go find it and make people give it to you.
I checked my couch.
Yeah. So this is where me and
Tell
you,
those games got
you
built.
tell me how to get the money, and I'll do it.
So, if I'm being perfectly honest, I don't want Stardew Valley because it's available on mobile. It's you can play. It's that wouldn't be. I would just be like, oh.
It has to be an offline indie game too, right?
Yeah.
100% available, playable offline.
I mean, this is, but this game, like, you want to mod it, you want to be able to like do other stuff, like, you know what I mean?
Phantom
I
and
want
Andrew.
more. Yeah.
There's all sorts of stuff going on there.
But yeah, Pete, I like the idea, like an exclusive, or at least like a limited exclusive, like something that hasn't been anywhere else that boom comes here. That would be great.
Yeah.
And so I definitely think we're gonna get some form of dual or single, and I hope it is a single game, because imagine how cool the booklet would be. Like, it'd be devoted to that. And then
that would be cool.
Yeah, and then the other thing would be possible if we got like maybe we get like Spectrum collection or something, but it'd be like all like aftermarket, or maybe we see like an Atari Age like homebrew collection.
Yeah. Again,
because Atari.
check your
Atari
expectation on Specky.
Did that
have problems playing Commodore 64 games?
Did that officially happen?
True.
I know that was rumored, but did Atari actually engage with Albert on Atari Age and complete that?
I think so. Atari's just buying everything.
Yeah. Well, that is true. They totally are. But yeah, I mean, if they were to purchase outright all of Atari Age, then that would give them access to any of the Atari Age published homebrews. So they could put them on a collection or do whatever. That would be huge.
Dude, yeah. Here's why I suspect that, because I would imagine it takes for Atari Age, let's say maybe that doesn't have like the setup like Blaze. It takes a lot of effort, money, and time to make physical carts. And so it would be like a no-brainer. They've got the ROMs. Like,
you know what? I can guarantee you one game that would be on an Atari Age collection. You know what that would be?
What?
It'd be Anguna.
Oh, that's right. 2600.
Already owning
2600 Anguna. Yeah.
Why not? Why just have it there? Just because have all the Angunas. Why not?
Yeah.
Yeah. Be interesting. I wonder how the computer line is doing for them. For Evercade, like the blue.
Yeah. Are they moving or not? Yeah.
Yeah. I wonder how that's been working out for them sales wise.
Me too. Outside of the UK, that how is that doing for sales like in America?
Yeah,
well, there are a lot of Amiga fans, so I don't know.
Yeah, Amiga is pretty decently.
Yeah. Well, even C64 though, for over here, there's a lot of folks that really look back at the C64 with some nostalgia. So
Tetris, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah,
My
I mean,
God, yes.
So would that do it? Would that do it?
Well, you were just saying that, like, I don't know.
I mean, it's not
everybody
indie,
would
but
be excited about Tetris. I mean,
I
Tetris
wouldn't
is
be
literally
excited
on
about
everything.
Tetris.
Dude, I would totally be excited about Tetris because I've been really wanting to find a way to play like Tetris on a physical cart with a good screen.
Does it need to be on a physical cart to play it?
Well, I mean,
because don't you have a modded?
I mean, I can play Tetris right now.
That has multiple versions of Tetris on it already.
Yeah, I have Tetris on my GBA and my GB.
Yeah, dude, I have a custom Tetris collection with all the Game Boy Color and Game Boy versions. But still, it would be. I love Tetris. Like it would.
Well, you got SP Lite. That's an amazing screen. Do you have the 101 or one?
No. This is the one with the. No, this is the 01. I wish.
Yeah, so that's the good screen, but not the great screen.
Yeah.
Because
it has a backlight, but it's not as it plays Game Boy Color games a lot better. Like
there's two versions of the SP. There's the 101 and the 001, and there's one that's the screen's amazing. Like there's two versions.
I wish I had the 101.
I gotta check the one that I have, but it's a project.
Oh, you know what?
Right
I was gonna show it. I was gonna show the 101 on this, but I forgot. I replaced it with a sticker.
Oh wait, we gotta get him
because I remodded this thing. But this has got the 101 screen.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
That would be fun because you all know about like the Chicken McNugget handheld that's only available like at the China McDonald's. So that's why that's funny.
That is a pretty vibrant
I told you,
screen.
man, really
actually, there's no cartridge in here.
Yeah.
That screen holds up today.
Actually, that's not even the brightest.
At some point, so like,
nice.
the thing at some point, I would want that. So like, it's kind of funny because like if y'all haven't seen, like Wolf Den did a video comparing like why he plays some games on Steam Deck, why he plays some games on the ROG Ally, and what was kind of a joke, but he was kind of serious. He was like, I kick off my ROG Ally at night for updates, and then I grab my GBA and I play Castlevania. Like, you know what I mean? Like there's like with Evercade, there's something to be said about having a game where you just pop in a cart, you don't have to do updates.
I think Wolf Den and beat 'em ups, they're at the point now where they're less about like they're more entertainers than they are competent reviewers on anything. In my opinion, they're entertainers, like they're actors, like they. Like I said, like both of them, and I mean, I think they're good, very good entertainers. But I think I would never trust them for any type of information. Like if I want handheld information, I'm going to go to myself. But ETA Prime, like ETA Prime is like who I aspire my channel one day to be, because I think that guy. But he's a little bit more technical than me. I'm more user focused. But yeah.
Which McDonald's game is that?
That is so cool.
Is that the McDonald's game that like trains you how to like work McDonald's?
Guys.
It's Grimace's birthday.
Oh, it's Grimace's birthday.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he's just had his birthday.
Yeah.
What is a grimace?
That's
I
the
mean,
question, isn't it?
that is yeah, that is the question. What is
Any love
Grimace?
for PopCap? What's PopCap? Isn't he the guys that did Bejeweled Or-
Yes.
or Plants vs Zombies?
We do need more Game Boy titles.
Yes, they did.
Yeah,
The
yeah.
moment
Well,
EA
yeah.
bought that company, they turned them into dog shit.
Didn't they do Peggle too?
Yeah.
Yes,
Or
they
as
did
well?
do Peggle. Yeah.
You know, Plants vs Zombies, Garden Warfare, great game. I love that
It
game.
is a good game.
You know what?
Actually, Sirens. You get honest reviews because I'm a big clumsy idiot who doesn't. It's just a regular game who stumbles through stuff. If you want really good, educated reviews on Evercade, go check out Crow. He puts actually effort into.
Yeah, that's
What?
why.
It's
That's
a
why
good
it takes
time.
me. That's why it takes me 2 months to make a video.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
mine
I mean, it
is-
just kind of depends.
My
I mean,
channel is just about grabbing the cart, putting in the cart, and here's your first experience. According
dude,
to
that's
me.
what I do. That's yeah.
That's all I do. And
I
it's
don't
funny.
want it.
My Steam Deck
don't-
videos, people come in and it's like, oh, you didn't talk about this processor GPU speed. And all my community comes in and goes, that's precisely what this video series is not about. That's funny.
I find that if I don't figure everything out about a game that I possibly can, somebody's gonna tell me, and I'm gonna be like, oh, I wish I knew that before I made the video.
Yeah. But Crow, I'm like that for games I love. Like Elden Ring, I'll research all the backstory. Like Diablo series, like I love knowing the lore, who made them, who was the art director, who was the cinematographer. Like
Oh,
that
I
for
don't
games
get
I
that
love. I
deep.
love knowing that.
I don't get that deep into that. I just go into like maybe
You just go to Wikipedia,
figuring out
man.
how the game works and stuff like
Yeah,
that.
I know. Yeah, you're more of like the game itself, like the mechanics and the reasoning and the kind of game design stuff too, right?
Yeah. Like I usually will figure out who the game is for, and if I don't like a game, I usually play it more to figure out exactly what it is I don't like about it.
See, for me, so listen, I know like if you go to someone's reviews, like you want to hear why you don't like. For me, I know what I like and what I don't like, and for me, like if I have to force myself to play something, then like that speaks for itself. For me, it's all about pick up and play, good controls. Is it fun? That's all I care about.
The funny thing is that the majority of the games I've rated in the positive. There have been a less of a percentage of games that I flat out had marked that I didn't like for one reason or another.
I don't know if I'd want a PopCat collection that's just their puzzle games. That would drive me nuts. That's like the Delphine collection. Like that's why if that Delphine wasn't announced during the last Spotlight, that would have been 100% amazing Spotlight in my opinion. But just having Delphine dropped it down at least 10%.
I
Wow,
don't know.
really?
I'm looking forward to the Delphine.
I don't like those games. It's not my jam.
I
I'll
mean,
play
those
it.
will be
They're
the first
not-
point-and-click adventures on the Evercade, so I'm kind of
Oh
looking
God,
forward to
point
that.
and
Yeah,
click. It's
they're
like,
not-
Out of
it's
this
like
world,
that was the introduction of autoplay.
Out of this world isn't point and click.
The two Amiga games on there are the two other. Well, the
Yeah,
two other
the
Amiga
ones
games
that
are
aren't-
point and click.
Yeah, Out of This World and Flashback are not, and then the other two are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My whole thing was that I know they did it as a tribute for Out of This World, but I'm like, you can play that on so many different ways. Did we really need that?
You
Yeah.
just
Well,
were
I mean-
talking about how you wanted Tetris.
Yeah, it depends. Yeah, right.
Because
True.
he likes Tetris.
Yeah, but it's kind of the difference though with Tetris is there's so many different versions. It would more be having that and physical media in one collection. That
You know the Tetris I like was that one Tetris Effect. That was a great version.
Oh, I own that. I
That's
love
actually
that.
one of the best ones.
I love that on my Steam Deck.
And it's,
Actually, no.
like there's one in the arcades I like playing too. Tetris in
The
the
Atari
arcade.
one in the arcades is one of my
No problem.
favorites.
The funny thing though is on Tetris Effect, if you play it out of the box, you'll get like 2 or 2.5 hours of battery life unless you tweak it. Then you can get 4. Then you can
Or
squeeze
you can just
4.
play it on a PC and you don't have to worry about that.
Oh, guys, you guys want to talk about the fact that I don't know if you guys talked about it, but in Europe, starting in 2024 or 2025, all handheld devices has to have removable batteries.
Yeah.
Thank God.
Really? Well,
Yep.
technically,
That could affect-
technically, you can remove the battery out of anything.
No,
No,
it has to
here's-
be like traditional traditional just clicking
You're
and
gonna have like a little
thing.
port.
No, exactly. But here's what they said though, and here's kind of the catch. They said that it has to be easy to remove, but that's defined by like the manufacturer, right? Like
Yeah,
that's
so you
I
can say
think it'll be
that
like PSP.
the battery in an iPhone is easy to remove because you could buy tools to do it.
Yeah, no, I think they're thinking it's going to be probably like PSP. Like that's
I hope so.
probably this
Yeah,
as
like
far as they want to make
battery
it
cover. Yeah.
But I just thought it was interesting, right? Like, so I guess everybody's racing now. Nintendo's got no other choice to get their Switch 2 out. because there's like they want that into planned manufacturing before that law comes out, because then it's a grace period they can produce. So guaranteed within the next 3 months or 6 months, Nintendo's announcing the Switch 2.
Well, yeah.
Or whatever it is, yeah.
I
Get
think
around
they will
law
announce it this
because-
year. It'll probably be announced this year, come out next year.
Yeah, because they're going to have to get around it, because just that alone could probably add $30, $40, $50 to Nintendo's manufacturing budget.
Ooh,
But I'm sure there might be something
should
in
find
there that's legacy. Like, as soon as that law goes into effect, if the product has already
wasn't it like
been
by
released, it might not-
2026 or 2028, something like that?
Oh, I thought it was earlier than that. It's got to be planned for manufacturing for a certain date. I didn't really read that much into it, but yeah, just I think Nintendo's going to force their hand. Like Valve is already pretty easy to remove, right? On the Steam Deck, so
I wonder
easy.
how they're going
It
to do
is,
that with
except
cell
it's gonna
phones. How are they
have
going to do that
adhesive.
with cell phones, though?
That's what I mean. That's
by
impacting
2027.
all mobile and handheld devices.
There
That
we go.
means cell phones are going to have to get bigger.
Yeah, they are, because you're gonna have the little
Bigger than what they are now. Are you serious? They're already huge. Go back 10 years. Phones
No,
were so much smaller than the mega things they are now.
My first Android phone, the G1, had a removable battery, but that thing was a lot thicker. We're talking about thickness than phones
thickness.
now.
But the latest Motorola, the V33. I was watching Metal Jesus' video on the Motorola Razors, and the last one before the new update a couple years ago was pretty thin, Crow.
But did they have a removable battery?
Yes.
Okay.
So I don't know how reliable this, but it says batteries and appliances will need to be designed so consumers can easily remove and place them by themselves by 2027. Okay.
Oh, okay, cool.
Wait, what does it say?
So that'll
Handheld
be
devices
Evercade's
like
10th handheld by then.
Yeah, exactly.
Keep putting them
Exactly.
out.
That's what I was thinking. But no, that's good, because like I've heard like with the deck it's easy to get at, but there's a lot of adhesive like holding the battery.
Yeah.
You can get it at least.
Yeah, there's a website that scores devices on ease of taking apart and replacing it, and Steam Deck's got the highest score for modern handheld PC devices for replaceability and maintenance and stuff, according to Linus Tech Tips.
Okay.
So to answer Phantom's question, on the ALU, there are 3 Tetris games. There is
On the what?
On the at Games Legends Ultimate.
Oh, okay.
There are 3. There is Tetris, which I'm assuming is the NES Tetris,
Which NES version?
or
There's
it could
two
be an
NES
arcade,
Tetris.
or it could be an arcade version of
Is it the
Tetris.
Tengen or yeah?
I don't think so. I don't think
Yeah.
that one. I mean, it looks. I mean, it could. There actually was an
Well, how could they
arcade
have gotten
Tetris
to
cabinet, so
Nintendo?
it could be the arcade version.
Yeah.
Yeah, the arcade version would be the Atari version, which would be the
Yeah.
same as the Tengen version. Yes.
Oh, okay.
Well, the Tengen version actually had 2-player mode on there, where you cooperated.
I just want Blaze to
Well, we
make a
can-
tabletop.
we can find that
arcade
out in a
has
second.
20 slots.
But then Tetris Plus and Tetris Plus 2 are the other 2 games that are on the ALU. Which Tetris Plus is my favorite game
Really?
on
I
the
did.
on the PlayStation, on PlayStation 1.
That's the
Good
one
one.
where the guy is climbing out of the pit.
I love
Yes.
that one.
Yep.
I
love that game.
I remember renting that one. I was like, I didn't
Love
really
it.
like it that much.
I actually still have my disc for that. So there were some things that were always up in the living room, and most of my PlayStation 1 collection was up in the living room. I have a copy of disc only Tetris Plus, and then a whole bunch of SquareSoft games back when it was SquareSoft and not Square Enix. So yeah.
Yeah, I'd love to see a Tetris collection with kind of a mixture of like the Game Boy, the NES, arcade. If they could kind of do that, like that would be really great. But
I just want them to build a arcade tabletop, basically that has 20 slots, and you put all your 20 favorite collections in, and it's an arcade tabletop.
ooh,
all I want.
that'd be cool. Oh, that's all you want. That'd be
All
cool.
I want.
Well, don't worry, Pete. Under Hyper Megatech, they'll make the kid version. They'll make
Yeah,
like, a kid
exactly.
version
Why
of
not
that.
do it? Like, I think Hyper Megatech's the perfect example. Make one like, let's say you see what's behind Rich, cut that off right under the pads and make it about a third of the size, and with 20 slots, little OS, there you go. Hyper Megatech. Tons of people will buy that.
Yep.
and package it with 2 or 3 collections, but have little slots because they got all the tech. They just need to put a little OS work into it to recognize 20 cards instead of 2.
Yeah, I'd buy one and I put it in my office.
And put a trackball on it, a stick, a D-pad.
Yes.
All you got to do.
Yeah, but how much would that? How much would that go?
I paid $200 for it.
Yep.
Could they do a good quality for $200?
Yeah, of course. Because if Arcade 1-Up can do it, and if
they can't do it, Arcade 1-Up hasn't released that.
No, I'm not looking like a full arcade, like a smaller, like a maybe 50% of the size of that top part right there. That's it.
What I think would be
I would want like basically just cut the legends in half.
Yeah,
and just do that.
No, I don't even need it in half. I just need to just go down 6 inches from your sticks, just like the ones you get at Walmart, right? There's the mini ones at Walmart.
Yeah,
one of that. Make it a little bit smaller.
Yeah.
Make it twice the size of, or 3 times the size of a Tato Mini.
I think they would have to make a BYOT version, which would be bring your own table. Like it would be like you would set it like on top of a table, but it would be
that's what I mean. It's not
exactly.
It's like, dude,
are we talking about something like this?
That, just a bit bigger than that. That's it. Like twice the size.
Yeah, but it would have to be bigger than that. Yeah. Something like that.
Twice the size of that. If you go to Walmart, any Walmart in the world.
Tape. Oh, you know what? I was thinking it would be like flat, like a big like touchpad.
No, it sits on top of the table. It's on the table.
Oh, okay.
So if you go to Walmart, there's a Legends one there that's based. There's ones that are just cut off underneath, and you just put it on your table, your desk, and you play.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Like that's but make sure you have a spinner on it, a dial, an arcade stick, and a D-pad with your buttons.
Yes.
I see.
And it would fit all the cartridges. And imagine, man, that would be amazing. Hyper Megatech. I forgot they own Hyper Megatech.
Okay, yeah. I've seen those titles.
And the Hyper Megatech's going to do like
$150,
not only for stuff for the kiddies, but stuff for the adults.
Man, if I could just rotate right now and it'd be on my side desk, it's just amazing. Like it would be awesome.
Yeah. I'm telling you though, if they do that, it's going in my office. There will be one in the office.
Yeah, I always wanted Arcade 1-Up, but I don't want to pay $600 for 3 games or 4 games.
Right.
I'd rather give me one that I can put all of my existing Evercade collections in, and have it there and rotate them in and out, like 20 slots. Man, you can put as many slots as you want. Neo Geo solved this 20 years ago in the arcade.
Yep.
Well,
right?
The most I think
their max was 6 though, but yeah, no, I know.
Yeah, well, there you go. I mean, we're 20 years later, and technology is reduced in size. Like, it's
what about? No, I got an even better example. The NES Play Choice 10.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
Or was that the Play Choice 10, 20? I can't remember. I think
10 slots would be
Play Choice 10.
Yeah.
A buddy at mine who owns the
10
game store I
slots.
go to
Boom, right in the back.
Yeah. My buddy owns
that. You have to have dust
cover
for them though.
So that's what I mean. Like, if they do that through Hyper Megatech, it's like they just got to make the technology, and there's a market for that. Like, there's a huge market for it, because especially with Arcade 1-Up just screwing the pooch, and the other company going downhill and going into bankruptcy, that's like Hyper Megatech could just seize this and do it in a unique way. And maybe they could package it with, they could do one with no collections for people like us, one with a couple collections, and then they can do one with every collection they've ever produced up to that time, and call it the Hyper Megatech Bundle Megatech or something.
Yep. I like what you got.
Yeah.
No, I'm done with that. Hey, you know what they also should do?
Channel, in August, I signed a promotional video that I've done. I can't say anymore, but pretty freaking cool that falls in line with something like this.
Ooh.
That's coming up in August. Yeah.
Sweet, man.
A company sent me something to try, and so I'm going to be putting it out.
Oh, I had one of those, Phantom. I had one of those in my Volkswagen Fox. It was awesome.
Yeah, that idea, Andrew. I had that idea a couple of years ago when we first started, and I started. I talk about this idea about this a tabletop probably every 6 months on this channel. So on this.
See, for me, it doesn't need to be a tabletop. It just needs to be able to hold all the cartridges.
Yeah.
Yeah, just long. Well, I just wanted like what you showed, twice the size of what you showed. Really.
You know what else they should do?
Because when I say tabletop, people think about ones where you sit down. There's those with the screen and 2 people on each side. No, I don't mean that. I mean, it sits on the table, any table, office, chair, whatever.
So yeah, you know what else they should do though? Since they are already doing it on the Hyper Megatech side, on Funstock or something like that, they should actually start putting out dust covers for the EXP and the OG handhelds.
I get mine through Printer Boy.
Well, yeah, I mean, there's third parties that are doing it already, but
My
there
Mexican
be an
friend.
official dust cover.
Yeah.
I'd buy a couple of those.
I've got the dust
Put a little
covers for
shading
my
on it.
VSs from Printer Boy for both my VSs. I got a white and red one and a black one.
But
Huh.
if you're worried about dust getting on it, you could just keep it in the case.
That's true. I mean, if you have a case.
Yeah, you would buy a case. You wouldn't.
Oh,
Right.
you're talking dust covers. I was thinking for a card.
Yeah, it's just dust covers for the. So it's like, here's my EXP. It's just sitting there. It's got no card in it. It's lonely. Just throw a dust cover on it.
I know. No, I got a better.
Just put a card in it.
You're talking about for just the cartridge slot.
Yeah, the cartridge slot.
Oh, just the cartridge slot.
I got the solution. Just buy one of those super pockets and use the spacer in that.
Right.
Well, there's that.
Just keep a game in there.
Why
Yeah,
don't you
I
just,
always
yeah,
keep
you
it
can keep it
going.
going.
you got a 3D
Yeah.
you got a 3D printer? Why don't you just make a spacer?
Well,
Yeah,
right? I'm just saying it should probably be a thing that's official. I mean, I will do it now.
It is
actually.
official now because Hypermegatech has made it official.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Okay, you're already doing it for the Hyper Megatech. Just put them out for the Evercade. Just put
They
it
would
just
have to
like
put
We're
it
have
just
it here as a
giving
line
them
page. So
brilliant
you, like,
ideas to make money.
have a 5-pack with
Ah.
all different colors or whatever.
That's funny. Release better game cases that actually keep shut. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, actually, there is a couple of them that won't stay shut, but
Yeah.
I think the
well, it
most
seems like
recent
there
ones
was
I
like
got
a
are-
problem though in the middle of the run. It's
Yeah.
like cards 22 through 26 have that issue, and then everything else is fixed.
I only have a
Mhm.
handful that won't stay shut, but
Yeah.
it's not that many. It's like 3 or 4, I think.
I forget which. I had one that was so bad that wouldn't stay closed. I had to like swap it with luckily like one of my extra ones that I still had like from when like I got the renovation collection exchange. You know.
Yeah, I'm actually considering
One that
doing
was so
'cause I
bad.
do have I do have a couple extra cases.
Ah. So now, okay. So here's the thing. There was at one point in time where I was really kind of like pushing for that. Now, like, I want solid carts, solid licenses. I want them to go back to the original. Once they can prove to me that they can handle that, then I'm fine with the extra stuff. I think
Well, see,
it's
that's
too
the-
much.
That's
rough
actually the one thing that kind of annoys me about Steam a bit is because like I'll be playing a game and then somebody starts talking to me. It's like I
Mhm.
want to talk to you. I want to play the game.
Exactly. I'm fine with the offline ecosystem for Evercade. Just make the next set of carts be good.
Yeah. It would be something though. It would be on my wish list if
Leaderboards, because
well-
that's leaderboard.
Well, yeah, but if Hyper Megatech did this thing, right, like a thing like this, that's a tabletop or whatever, and yeah, like then they should have features that are in parity with the ALU, and the ALU has some of that stuff. So, yeah, like definitely leaderboards, like that kind of thing. Yeah, like that's where you introduce like multiplayer or whatever, and then if it works on this side, then you bring it to the other side.
What they need to do before they do that is they need to come out with an official arcade joystick
Mm-hmm.
and get and then get the quality.
Well, maybe that's how you get that.
Exactly.
Right?
Exactly.
They do it as a Hyper Megatech, and then like, hey, if it works, it works. If it doesn't, it doesn't. And then
Yeah.
See, I don't think they need to come out with an arcade controller because you could already get an arcade controller.
No, but
well, yeah. I mean, I could take the base out of the ALU right now and plug it in.
I'll tell
and
you
work.
because I'll tell you why. I think the problem with that is I think the controls on that. I think it would be like arcade one up quality. I think the controls would be. I don't know. I don't think it would be. If it's going to be better quality, they're going to have to charge a lot more.
Yeah, exactly.
Well,
I could
I
be
mean,
wrong.
If you just use your own stuff, then you can choose how much you want to spend.
But remember that the At Games controller, my Legends Mini, it retailed for $100 for just the controller, and it's good. It's really good.
Yeah.
So like, I know this one. I think it was $199 with no screen. It was $200 for just the base unit with no screen. So, I would go $350, $400 on a tabletop that had the two controllers with the whole setup. As long as it had the spinner and the roller ball, I'd be in.
Well,
See,
first
but
we'd need to see compatibility. with
Yeah,
those
because
games like that.
if I'm being honest, at that price, I'd rather wait and get an Ultimate Legends on sale. You know what I mean? That's the problem. Like, as much as I love Evercade.
Well,
I'd
yeah,
rather-
you're 150 away from an ALU, the whole thing.
Yeah.
And that's true. But I have an ALU, and I'm telling you right now, I'd still buy it for $350
Gotcha.
or $400. I would do
Well,
it.
I have the pinball, but I do have the arcade controller thing with the trackball on that thing. I bought that controller for the pinball, and that worked just fine.
Yeah.
But like with my controller that I have, I bought it. It was like $100, but then I spent another like 100 or so bucks replacing everything in it.
I just think the Hybrid Megatech is going to be like more your cheaper, light toy line, and then the Evercade is the higher quality. I think that's what they've made clear. I could be wrong, but
yeah. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. There's lots of stuff on the horizon here.
Yeah,
which is great. But the thing that we're going to get first is, all right, so here's the prediction. Do we see the drop of this showcase on Wednesday?
I hope it's Wednesday. I
It
hope
better
it's not
be
Monday or Tuesday, because I can't watch it Monday or Tuesday at all.
Yeah.
I mean it has to be next week.
I mean, they said it was in July, right?
Yeah.
So there's not many more days. There's one more Monday, and it's the 31st.
They'll wait till the 31st, the very last day, just to say they weren't lying.
Yeah. See, that's the thing I don't get about Blaze. It seems like for announcements, games, like they push it to the last possible date, and they haven't given why haven't they just given us a drop? It'll be on this day.
Well, I mean, this is the thing. The thing for me is that the thing that gets me worried is they usually tease something on Discord or whatever.
Yeah.
That's something like maybe something happened. They're waiting for something to come through at the 11th hour to do the announcement, and they haven't heard back yet. You know what I mean? That's what I'm thinking, because why wouldn't you have already said, hey, there usually is a social media post. See you guys on Wednesday. Make sure you put the calendar invite or whatever. And there's nothing right now.
Yeah, we haven't gotten the YouTube, the YouTube placeholder yet, right? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But don't they do that like the day before?
About a day or two before.
Yeah.
Put it
So
in there.
I mean, it still could be next week. I mean,
it could.
But why though?
Oh, absolutely. We could end the show, and then they could be like, "Here's your thing."
Yeah.
It has to be next week, right? They can't.
Yeah.
It's got to be.
Oh, they can wait till the week after, but on
But
Monday.
that's August then. They said July.
No, Monday. The Monday after is still July 31st.
They said on Discord that the announcement video is all finished. Okay. Well then, I missed that. Thanks, Julian. I missed that.
Yeah.
Well, if it's all done, then it has to be next week then. It's got to
Yeah.
It doesn't have to be next week.
Yeah, they're just prepping damage control now.
Right.
be. Damage control.
Yeah.
I mean, whatever. I mean, again, it's welcome to the internet, right? Not everyone's going to be happy about everything, and people will say whatever they want to say.
But they didn't.
I mean, who knows? Maybe I'll watch the thing and it'll be like, man, this is the one that gets me all like hot and bothered or whatever. But probably not, because that's not what I am. That's not me. But if I'm disappointed, I'll be like, oh well, that's a bummer.
Yeah, see,
I don't think so though, because I'm a huge indie fan. So
it's hard to get disappointed.
It could be like, hey, here's a whole bunch of indie collections of games you never played, and like sold.
Yeah, you can't get disappointed. Only disappointment is like games like that has already been out for 20, 30 years, like that I already know about. That just
right. Yeah, I mean, if it's like, hey, here's a collection of games that have been collected and released 10 times this year. Oh, all right. Well, I'm a little less happy about that.
I don't get angry, man. I think I'm one of the few people that was level-headed on your hyper mega tech stuff. I'm actually one that's pro on that. Let's be honest here.
Right.
Hey, I didn't have it. Well, I never have pitchforks. But
yeah, exactly. You like everything.
I kind of do, because you know what? I want people to I want everyone to win. Really, it's like in the end, I want everyone to win. It doesn't matter.
Well, there's some people I don't want to win.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's another
show. I'm like, okay, they don't win.
That's another show.
No, they haven't. Super chill.
They haven't announced a dual cart yet. Yeah, no. And they said that there will be. They definitely said at the beginning of the year that there will be a dual cart. So that's definitely happening.
Super chill. No, I will always call a spade, and what they did with the Delphine collection is inexcusable. And
oh yeah.
Wait, you just said you were over it earlier.
I know. I'm just saying I'm over it, but I don't talk about it anymore. I said my piece. That was the only couple weeks where I was very angry at. Well, not even angry, very disappointed in Evercade. Other than that, I've been pretty much.
I'd say I was more or less confused.
So with that, that's kind of the thing. Like that, I agree with Pete. It's consistency, right? It's kind of like if you're going to put out cards, have them be around the same dates at the end of the month. Have game of the month be at the same time. Please give, if you guys have the video done, give us a date. It's not hard. Like I just don't. I just don't get
hard?
it.
I find that very hard.
Either.
I can't keep a schedule.
You should see me off air,
dude. Listen, when it comes to like work. So like when it comes to like work stuff, I'm extremely organized, and I don't understand how people, if they just put in the effort, why they don't get organized. Seriously, it's not that hard if you just plan. But then again, it works both ways because it eases my mind knowing like what's next.
Yeah.
You know, but I would think it's, you know, it's a small company. It's like, dude, game of the month.
Steam Deck has drove me that way, Snake.
Mhm.
It's the Steam Deck.
Just consistency, right? Like I understand they said they were done with the video, like on Discord, but if it's not under official announcements, that stuff can get buried.
Yeah, well, I got a bone to pick with Discord because not everybody uses Discord, and Discord is full of scum and villainy for the most part across not just Evercade, but everybody.
Yeah.
Every gamer site, Discord. Like I think they need official forums that are just agnostic of these little side things like Discord and Twitter and YouTube. Like just get some forums going and make them moderated, and that be your official voice. Because I think Discord is kind of you're skewing on majority of your audience will never know anything. Because
Well, actually,
true.
let me say this: I do like the Discord, even because when they announce something, they use everybody in the thing, and then I actually get a notification about it.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, not everybody knows Discord, has Discord. Go like that's kind of a game.
But you can say
thing,
that with
right?
just about. You can say that with just about anything. Anything they put it on, not everybody's going to have
it. Like, look though, what I'm trying to say is, Evercade has an official evercade.com.co.uk. That's where they put all of their information about the products, their FAQs, promotional videos. Everything points there. They should have a forum there because that's the general audience of people interested on it will Google that or YouTube it. And so they have the YouTube covered, and then that's their product place. That's where they should have a forum set up. And
I'm fine with that if they can.
And that would be more accessible to non-gamers. What?
Yeah, Pete's got a point. It's kind of weird that they don't have some official forums. Huh. Yeah. Oh, and then Game of the Month. Yeah, the next one is supposed to be a banger, so we'll have to see. But yeah, they do have the blog post. But yeah, you can't like comment. You can't ask questions. Maybe that's done by design. Maybe they don't want that. I don't know. But
yeah. I just think Discord is a bit niche when they're trying to grow a business and make it more accessible, especially Hyper Megatech being not really like gamer focused. They're trying to like be more open and everything. I think it's probably time that they did that.
Yes. See, Ian, that's what I'm talking. See, that's what I'm like. That's what I'm talking about. Like, I listen. I love Blaze, but I just feel like when it comes to communication and consistency, that they're lazy, and that type of stuff drives me. Like, I'm the kind of person that if you meet somebody, let's say like at 1 o'clock, and you're not there 5 minutes early, you're late. I admit I'm not. Maybe it's just an ed issue, but I'm not kind of like that drives me nuts. I'll get those newsletters. I'm like, dude, I already knew about this. Yeah, that's I just kind of feel like it's not that hard to be on time and to be consistent. It's not that hard, guys.
Yeah, I just think it's the struggles of being a small company. Their staff starved, but I honestly think like I think Discord can exist for that deep community, like hardcore communities that have will comment on everything. But if you're going to try to grow your business, at least build a community where the average Joe will go to research your stuff. There's a reason why every major gaming company has their own official forums that aren't in Discord.
Yeah, no, I agree with you. Like, how hard would it? Yeah, I'm kind of surprised that they never had that official forums, and that's what I was kind of. So I agree with you 100%, Pete. Because initially, like when I got into into Evercade and all that, as far as like being an outsider, just to find out about Evercade, just to like buy it was difficult. Like, there's a reason. Like it's kind of interesting that like a third party has Evercade info, and that Blaze doesn't do that. Like that, something like that should be owned by Blaze. They should have forums tied right into it. Yeah, it's kind of weird. I agree.
And you go in there, it's so overwhelming.
Yeah,
there's nothing but images and videos and chatter and vitriol and like you don't like. It's so just overwhelming. I can only imagine I'm a seasoned gamer but like I can imagine somebody who's just wanting to find information would never know this exists. Really.
Yeah. No, I'm there with you. That's why I know they're a small company, but there's some basics that there's some basics to do. That's why I said and it's just consistency, right? Like whether you're if anything, if you're a smaller company, to have consistency is easier because you have more direct control over stuff. That's all the.
Hey, look, they even got a Super Pocket thread. That's interesting. I just noticed that.
They did, but what's funny though is it's kind of like the pics and video thread. How it's just like it's another just like chat. Like it like those like go way off topic.
Do they have a Hyper Megatech Discord?
There's a thread now.
There's a Super Pocket thread.
Oh, Super Pocket thread?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a Super Pocket thread.
Yeah.
It says new.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, Andrew, I get what you're saying, dude. I'm just saying it's like, Discord is not what I call user-friendly, very accessible. The average person, if you want them to buy into the Evercade, will probably not be on Discord. That's all I'm saying. And forums are super cheap to get, and operate. They're not expensive.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Well,
I'm sure you got to pay for Discord, right? Companies have to pay for Discord.
I think so. But yeah,
when I pay for Nitro.
When I first got into
Discord,
it might be free. But
Facebook, there's only racists and what's the comment about Facebook?
Wait,
something
what?
in the movie? Don't go on Facebook. There's only racists and something on there.
nothing ever good comes from Facebook.
Yeah, I stopped looking at Facebook.
Dude, I don't even have a personal account.
I just get anxiety if I'm going to post something on Facebook on the Evercade fan group or the Evercade officials. Like anxiety is like, oh boy, here it comes. It's like so I kind of stopped doing it. I do it every now and then,
but there is a good point.
MySpace. Nice.
But Pete, you do bring up a good point. Like if you're not like a power user, and let's say if you're not like really into gaming, like finding out about Evercade is difficult. That's why I was like, do I buy this bundle from Funstock? How come I can't buy Namco? You know what I mean? Like you kind of had to like dig to find out all these different things. Like that's why I say it's weird that like Blaze themselves.
It's like it's you got to, even if like YouTube, you can get your answers, but searching YouTube is always fun too, right? Like just try to do a search now on Namco cartridge Evercade not working, and you got to know those things to find those videos where people like us are talking about it.
Exactly.
Oh, ICQ, cool.
Oh my god,
you're old.
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah,
man.
ICQ.
Wow.
Yeah.
How about Powwow?
Andrew is like me.
I wonder if I could still remember my ICQ number.
I used to use ICQ.
Did you guys ever use Powwow? That was kind of like before ICQ.
No,
I remember Yahoo Messenger. ICQ.
Yeah, Yahoo Messenger, AIM.
Yeah, YouTube comments are hell. Yeah. No, and speaking of slacking, that's the other thing too. When they come like with a firmware update, like now with the game of the month, they'll put all the release notes. Like that's been behind. And again, I understand you all are a small company, but these are very easy, basic things to do. That's all. That is all.
All right,
Rob. What? Yeah, like
I guess we better get into final thoughts.
Are moderated.
If I could go first, I've been.
I'm just answering Rob's question first. So Rob, yeah, exactly. There's some Facebook groups are moderated really well, some are not. That's all we're saying.
Yep. So yeah, I got tapped on the window because I gotta go and
get out of here, man.
I gotta go. Take care of the little one because my oldest is actually at my parents' house, which is awesome. He's going on an adventure with Grandma and Papa. So
yeah, I got to get going too.
Okay,
so
let's wrap this up. What's going on your channel next week?
Things are going on my channel. I'm trying to then unbury myself from the family week that was last week. This is the reason why there was a lot of light content on my channel. So hopefully there'll be more content, and I actually have been recording a whole bunch of other things that will probably come out later, as in maybe while I'm on vacations kind of things. So it'll be pretty awesome. Andrew's like, look after yourselves and each other.
I love that. That's a great
Jerry Springer quote right there.
Yeah.
Andrew is a good people.
Yeah, everybody's
awesome.
Everybody
in this chat are good people.
This whole chat is amazing.
But Jason wants to buy you guys. Huh, that's weird. He wants to buy you guys.
Yeah. All right. Well,
I know.
Even Mike Hawk search is kind of fun.
Yes. Countdown to Hard Knocks. That's right. I think I'll actually finally watch it again.
Of course.
What's Hard Knocks?
So it's a show that follows a team all along the season. They get like behind the scenes stuff, and the Jets got selected because Rodgers.
Yeah, well, right. I'm watching the quarterbacks on Nickelback. That's Nickelback. What the fuck? I said I'm watching the quarterback on Nickelback. I'm watching quarterbacks on Netflix. I am a Nickelback fan, so boo to you guys.
I'm watching quarterbacks on Nickelback.
Yeah. Anyway, but that's a good show, Rich, on Netflix. Quarterbacks.
All right, I'll have to check that out.
No, you need to because you're a football fan like me. So.
All right, I definitely will then. So,
Yeah.
but yeah, other than that, yeah, of course, we're gonna be reacting. We'll do all that kind of stuff. So, you know, like if the showcase happens during the week,
It
yes,
will.
reaction videos will happen. So
Yes.
I'll
So
be
that's-
behind on
that's
mine
that.
because I started a new job.
and then
a
yes,
little
for
while
those
ago.
for those of you that have not yet seen anything on the channel, if you have any crossover fans, if you know what this is and you like it and you want to see more things that happen, yes, it's not going to stop on the channel. I will continue opening packs. I will tease. I did get that ridiculously expensive collector pack. I
Ooh.
may have gotten two. So we'll see whether or
They
not
got you, Rich. They got you.
we'll see whether or not they're worth it.
Yeah. Nice.
I don't know. We'll see. Anyway, see you guys later.
Bye,
All
Rich.
right, see ya.
Bye. See ya.
That was too funny. And now Andrew's doing Nickelback lyrics. That is awesome.
All right, Pete. What do you got going on next week?
Well, I'm starting it. I think on Monday I'm releasing it, the first start of a series on Steam Deck of one of my favorite games of all time. So that's coming.
Ooh.
And then obviously tons of Evercade content. I'm going to be recording some more one coin things because they're my favorite Evercade stuff to do. So I'm going to be doing some of those hopefully this way. And then, but yeah, no, just tons of content as usual. Yeah, that's about it.
Nice. What do you got going on, Crow? I'll go last.
I'm actually working on so many things right now. I don't know what to work on. I finished Toe Plan Arcade 2, so I have a couple things left to record for that before I start editing that video. I plan on doing an Evercade EXP disassembly video. I wasn't going to disassemble it unless I could figure out a reason to disassemble it, and I may have figured out a reason to disassemble it. But I'll probably do it. I might actually do it this weekend. It depends.
Are you gonna mod it, like change the buttons or some other?
Not. I'm not gonna mod. I might mod it, but not like I modded the other one. It's
Yeah,
not
yeah.
gonna replace anything in it.
Okay.
But it'll be really minor if I decide to do that. But also, I was thinking maybe if I'm doing that, I might as well just take apart the Evercade VS2. I don't know. Nobody's ever asked for that, but I might do that anyway.
Why not?
There's there's that, and then
You'll find their secret message.
Don't disassemble.
Dude, that would be great.
Now I need a
seriously,
clip
so
from
long.
Short Circuit. No disassemble. I guess
The secret message made in China.
I'm not
Right.
looking for anything. It's just that more than one person has asked me if I was going to disassemble the EXP, and I'm like, well, not unless I
They're
have a
too
reason
expensive, man, to disassemble. Like
They're not that expensive.
Disassemble.
$200 Canadian, man.
And in fact, I don't mind disassembling the VS because I have a spare.
There you go.
But the
Crow.
EXP looks so simple to disassemble. I'm not worried about anything.
Crow, make a
happening to it.
VS that can take 10 cartridges.
There you go.
I can't mod anything like that
Why not?
because that's not what my intent is.
But that's my intent.
Like I could maybe if I take it apart, I'll look at it and say, "Oh yeah, maybe this is possible." But then it might not even be possible because of the software. The software might only be looking for 2 cartridges. I don't know.
I know a
Depends
way
on
you
what
could
the-
do it, but it'd be really expensive. Wait, all you would do is just get a bunch. What you would do is get a bunch of VSs, make some type of case, put them in the case, put like a switcher in there. So like you would like be able to switch between another VS. So it'd be just a bunch of
Okay,
VSs,
well,
but you can only
Andrew,
take
That's
two.
not even.
warranty's
That's
over.
not even a mod. You're
I
not
know.
even taking anything.
I know,
Andrew,
but I
the
mean,
warranty is validated anyway. It's more than a year since he's had the VS, so he
Yeah.
doesn't have a warranty on it anymore.
yeah.
I mean, if it's something that's super obvious, is like can you add another cartridge port? I don't know.
I could look at like you could like solder. You look at the solder points.
Yeah. I have to look at that. I mean, I don't know. I guess it just depends on how hubs work. So,
Long today's.
but I've never
man.
I've never considered it, but taking it apart until I was thinking about taking the XP apart. And I
Nice.
I was like, maybe. Okay.
That'd be fun to see. And then real quick, of course, already mentioned. Yeah, I can't wait for the Volume 2 showcase. Of course, it'll be reacting and editing out to that. Yes, I said editing out. So looking forward to that. I'm hoping I can get, I'll be honest, since I've been back from the cruise, I've just, felt really chill, but I need to get my stuff. I need to get memberships up. I need to do that. I'm hoping to get that out. And then next week on Calling Our Retro Gamers, I have a few guests of mine. Going to maybe try to get somebody. And I did, when I was on the Carnival Dream, I did take like video of like the arcade and played some stuff. So like I need to get that on Calling Our Retro Gamers as well too. But yeah. Thanks for putting up with us. Yeah, no kidding. We love you all.
I still can't believe I said the F word. That was too funny. I usually reserve that for when we're in backstage. All right, guys, I gotta go. See you, everyone.
Alrighty. Bye.
Bye.